Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Playable Worlds. Today we're going to stream a little bit about Stars Reach. My name is Carneros, and I'm joined here by two visible friends and two invisible friends. You ready for this? We got Lemonis here to my side. Actually, I'm not sure how we're displayed on the screen. Okay, I got Lemonis, I got Cygnus, I got Thomas. I didn't realize Thomas was visible till
Yeah,
just now.
so indeed, I
Okay.
was wondering.
And
Yeah.
invisible, we have Control Chaos.
Hello.
Lemonis and Cygnus are two of our moderators. You might recognize their names. Thomas is our wizard behind the scenes in marketing, and you see him every day. And Control Chaos is one of our members and earliest playtesters, one of our earliest streamers, and one of our earliest video makers. And he's coming to help us today because the theme of today's show is behind the scenes on making content and recording and tools and a trailer we have in development. So this is what's going on today. And welcome to all of you. Hey guys, say hi for a moment.
Hi. Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
See, I thought you were implying one of us was not a friend. I was wondering who.
Probably me. I'm the
No,
last
no,
one
no.
arrived.
Well, considering I buried Dave, it's probably me.
Oh, that's actually correct.
That was funny. That was funny.
Acting 10 out of 10, by the way, from Dave.
Yeah, you don't know this maybe, but Raf saw that short and he posted it on the internal company Slack, and then he teased Dave for his voice acting in that scene. And the whole company was laughing at that and watching it and posting emojis on it.
Yeah,
Good
I
morning,
would have
Last Ditch
asked
Plan.
him to do the voice thing again a bit better, but I know how busy you guys are, so I didn't want to take up any more of his time.
He's not what I would call a natural actor, but yeah, no.
I think all of you should end up with your voices in the game in some way. Maybe run through like 20 filters to sound like a ball hog or something.
That's
I don't like
actually...
my voice. You wouldn't know that for being up here streaming and stuff, but I
think
try
only
not to
crazy
listen to
people
my
have their
past shows.
voices.
Right. Yeah. And Lemonis, how are you doing today? We haven't heard your voice much.
I'm doing great. Yeah. Just got off work because European. Yay. I'm about to get a
Yay.
delivery. So I might vanish in like
Don't
a minute.
stress. Don't stress about that.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm doing great. It's been warm here for a while. It's now getting cooler, so I'm vibing.
We've had an exceptionally cool summer where I live in the desert, and it's now shifting up to just normal. So 90s Fahrenheit. I don't know what it would be in centigrade, but
20 something,
we-
30.
yeah. I
30-ish,
would say
yeah.
high 20s, but that's fine. We don't even turn on the air conditioner at that. So
Warm for me.
yeah, but at least it's dry here, so it's
Yep.
not. Yeah, we're not schwitzing and everything like you see on the news in New York. Yuck, or Boston, Cygnus. But
Yeah, yesterday
anyway,
was
good.
about 97.
There's my
97.
delivery.
All right, no problem. Go get it. Go get it.
Is it?
He's got a beautiful painting in the background anyway. How's Last Ditch and Chase and Chef Jarek? Good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us here. Welcome new people, if there are any new people. If you are new, would you do me a favor? This is your first time to come and join our live stream. Would you put an X in stream chat? Just send an X. If you have not yet tried playing Stars Reach, like playing in the playtest, you have not yet tried it, please put a Y in chat for me. Welcome, Rush and Gail. And yeah, let me know if any of you have not tried the game yet. X and Y, if you've both never been in this chat and never played the game. Oh, Thomas, I know you. Cadre, good to see you. Okay, an X and a Y. First, we're gonna take that into account. Oh, an S if you played Star Wars Galaxies. That's an extra credit question, folks. You're not required to have done that. Yeah, don't be confused, Rush. Okay, we're going to talk about Stars Reach. We're not gonna show any gameplay today, Thomas, are we?
More or less.
Maybe later.
I mean,
More. Okay.
something. Yeah. The servers are
All right,
open,
we'll show
right?
some. The servers, yeah, are opening now, by the way. If you are not yet in, let me give you a couple of options. 1 second. 1 second. Crap. I have all this. Okay, here's one link. Here's a link for you. You can register for free, and that will take a little time for you to sign up with that link in chat. Or if you're in a hurry or not cost sensitive, you can go to that second link, which is our store, and you could get yourself a package, and we'll get you in quicker. Gail Drake did that 2 days ago. Thank you. I am poking Nina to see when the last time we sent out invites to the backers, but she's in a meeting at the moment. Sorry about that. Well, I will get you that answer here, and we're gonna push to get them sent out. Okay, the dog just came and laid on my foot. We'll figure this out. Is Starfinder based on Pathfinder?
Oh yeah, sorry, that was my question to Rush.
Oh, to Rush. Okay. I'm like, what? Okay, never mind. Threw me off for a second. It's all good. So today's show, our theme is behind the scenes on making videos and making content and stuff. We are working on a new trailer. It's a humorous thought. Our first trailer kind of sucked. We all agree. We were just focused on getting the content to all work. Oh, Nina says yesterday, by the way, Lemonus. I'm going to ask Gail Drake to check his email, his or her email, and your spam filter, and look for an email that comes from firstlook.gg. It will not say anything about stars. It won't say starsreach.com as the sender. It'll be firstlook.gg. That's our partner that's helping us organize and run and keep on top of the playtesting and the tracking who bought a backer kit and stuff like that as part of it. Big thank you to Nina. Okay, appreciated. So look for that, and it'll have instructions for hooking up your Steam account to the First Look, and it'll put the entitlement in there, and it'll patch on Steam client, and then you can jump in. You'll be able to jump in this playtest that's running right now. Okay, great. Yeah, if you, we're still planning to launch this game in 2026. If I can bend my fingers enough to cross my fingers. So we got a ways to go still. We're working hard on this, but we're making fast progress, and I've been really proud of it. And the game's looking better and better. That causes a challenge to a team that's trying to make a trailer. Because if the game is changing too fast and you make a trailer 4 weeks after you've made it, it no longer particularly resembles the game it's advertising. And then you're like, oh crap, what do I do? So we're trying to deal with that as we go forward. You might have seen if you went to the last fireside chat, or maybe the one before, you might have seen Raf show some visuals from our internal testing that are not yet rolled into the game. They're in a separate branch of the code. And as they get rolled in carefully, they change the appearance of the game. Only some of them have been rolled in so far, but the new lighting and the new, what do they call it, volumetric fog and some other things that are rolling out aren't there yet. So we're, poor Thomas is trying to capture video footage, and the game is changing underneath him as fast as he can work. So that's a challenge. But, first world problems, I guess. Could be worse. What about waiting till early access and making a trailer for that? That's an option, but we kind of wanted the trailer to help us sell early access, to promote it and get people to come and join us. So as a marketing professional, I would like to have that tool in my toolbox at least a week before early access, ideally 2, but I can't have everything I want.
Yeah,
Welcome to 2025.
The visuals have changed 4 times majorly since the first trailer.
Yep.
We had the first trailer, huge changes in 6 weeks. Second trailer, huge changes again, around Christmas, I think. And then we got the new lighting, and now we've got the start of the new lighting system and volumetric effects. And soon we'll get the rest. So it's not easy.
Yeah. And Chef Jarek is right. It did look like Fortnite in the original trailer, but everything was placeholder, and we knew that. But the lighting was placeholder. The textures were the models, the animations. We're like, okay, yes, it does look like Fortnite. Fortnite looks like placeholder graphics to me. But
ouch.
Is there from an algorithm perspective, is there a downside to making too many trailers, or does that just kind of clutter up the feed of different trailers of different quality all packed together?
The main problem is Thomas has 14 other valuable skills. And it takes up a lot of effort
thank you,
to make a video. How many weeks does it suck up, Thomas, to make a video, a trailer?
Yes.
Easily a month.
Yeah. The answer is yes. There's no actual time, but a lot. Probably too much time. It's not like recording and that's it. Pressing one key on your computer is the planning. And when you need to organize with other people, you need to do this action, and then the second people need to do this second action, and we need to all coordinate. Well, there are problems with that because someone is not synchronized with the team, maybe, or because the world is changing. From summer we go to winter, so we need to use custom commands to revert the settings of the world. But then a tree is missing now, or a tree changed position, or I don't know, burned, so we need to replace it. And to shoot only 10 seconds, you lost something like half an hour. And on top of this, consider that, hey, maybe 1 month we need to retake all the shots in that planet because it's gonna be different now with new trees. Well, we need to restart over again. And we recorded for how many hours? 6 organized hours, 6 or 8, I guess, which are quite difficult, to be honest, and stressful, I will say, because you need to think okay, I'm recording this, then where should I place it in the video? What else is missing? How can I take this shot better? Because it is not just one take. You need to take the same shot maybe 3, 5, 7, up to 20 times sometimes. or is a
Mhm.
continuous shot, and then you're gonna take only 5 seconds out of 7 minutes, like we did for one of the latest shots about combat. So there are a lot of challenges. Yeah.
Also, we're only about 50 people in this company. If we've got six of us pulled aside to capture video for 6 hours, plus Thomas, and Thomas has to prep so that there's a schedule of shots ready to do this. And we've pulled in someone high up from our ad agency to help us. That's an expensive chunk of time that we're using. It's expensive from the point of view of opportunity cost. Those people could all be doing other things. Thomas does a lot of other things besides make video or capture video. He's very talented, and yeah, we could have used him on
It's like
setting up the customer service system, or setting up he can do all kinds of stuff.
yeah, we are almost ready there, to be honest. So we are just as a quick news, we are working on a new interface to support players. So there will be an updated FAQ answering most common questions. But also we're gonna improve the ticketing system so that you don't need to write to support at playablewords.com.
Yep.
But there will be a page where you simply, like any other game, you put up you write your questions, the description, you attach files. Way easier also for us to administrate all the type of tickets. So if there is a gameplay issue, maybe, I don't know, Rod will reply to your ticket. That's just an example. If it's a community or marketing, me and Rick. And when and if the game will blow up, I'm sure it will. I hope just soon. Then we will need to probably hire an external support team, like an agency with how many? 5 people? 6 usually, and then you have 3 working during the day, 3 during the night, in different parts from different side of the world. We are close to that.
We got a comment in chat from Rush Gamer.
Yeah.
And I see what you mean, but that's actually an accident because this character is wearing goggles. Can you zoom in on the face, Thomas? Human face, fully human face with goggles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, at that range, it really did look like a Bitcraft
A little
character.
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Rush mentioned bi-monthly updates. We actually send out a newsletter every Friday. I don't know who all is signed up on our mailing list, but we send that out to a lot of people every Friday. We also post it on Kickstarter to our Kickstarter backers. Slightly different version, but pretty much the same thing. And then we post a version of it called Starside Weekly on our website as well, on starsreach.com. But the newsletter version is... Thomas, did you comment on that?
No, I wanted just to add that Rush indeed underlined the fact that he's talking about a video. And at the very beginning, when I first joined, I wanted to also record videos updates every new release. But it is time consuming. And at the present time, with all the things we need to do, it's kind of, hard to do also that. I was very close this week to present a video with the new updates, but then we had the stream, the re-upload of the stream, screenshots, newsletter, and at that time, 4 or 5 days after the update, doesn't make too much sense to show again the same things that we showed previously and that people already saw or watched on a video or stream. But in the future, that's the plan, to show well-made videos of, a minute or 2 minutes showing the new features or what changed.
Well, and that's the interesting thing that I want to bring up is that's sort of what I do is every time you guys do an update, I go through that update, I capture some video of what that update's about, and then I go over what that update contains and create a video and try to get that out to you guys that day or at least the next day, because I'm not as busy as you guys. I can actually do that, and it's something I want to do to help show off how the game's progressing. I do the same thing with like No Man's Sky.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be interested in even just a short snippet of just kind of a time lapse showing how the graphics have changed over time. And if there's enough existent archived stream footage, you know, that'd be great.
I don't know if Rod is watching, but maybe we can time travel between old builds, internal builds, and preload old assets and record different, well, the progress. I don't know if that's possible actually, because we have an archive, you know.
Also, Raph is a bit of a pack rat when it comes to old screenshots and old video. So you'd be surprised how much he has laying around that he stored for himself so he can refer to it later.
Mm-hmm.
That we could ask him for some stuff.
We probably also still have like dozens of hours of videos from the early testers, the first half year of testing.
True.
Yeah, no, we have a folder with that. Yeah, I also help Raf taking all the screenshots and videos you guys post around. Those that are really cool, we save them.
Yeah, she looks completely different in daylight when you can actually see and you get up close on her face and stuff. Yeah. Good job. Okay. So we were going to show a few tools, but maybe we should stop and do a giveaway since it's the bottom of the hour. You ready for a giveaway, Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to give away an embroidered patch from the most recent merchandise drop that we did last week. This patch is the Transplanetary League logo, TPL. They're the organization in game that is sponsoring you to leave your home planet, which is dying anyway, and go forth into the universe and pursue your destiny. Find a place to live among the stars, find a new job, learn a bunch of stuff, and go start your life out there. So we've already started TPL. Okay, type TPL for Transplanetary League in chat. Just do it once, and that's your entry to receive this. Caveat.
The chat is red today.
I wonder if Dave will join this time as well.
Dave. I hope not. Last time Dave Georgeson won the first drawing, we were like, oh, God. But whoever wins, you'll need to quietly PM us your name and address because we have to mail you a physical patch. It's pretty cool, though. It's nice quality, and you can sew it on your pants or your jacket or whatever, and be very cool.
Well, since Rod joined, I'm going to join as well.
Rod joined?
Rod,
no.
He did.
Oh my God.
I see it now. Rod, I'm watching you. He works his butt off. If he wins a patch, I don't actually care. But anyway.
So I wish I had asked when you did the reveal, but does the TPL design intentionally, when it's swirling like that, is it supposed to look like a bird? Because that's all I can see.
Those lines coming out that you perceive as feathers are paths forward into the stars. That's what he was going for. You have opened up into a new world of possibilities through the TPL, and you have to pursue your destiny and your flavor out there. That's what that means.
It does look like a woodpecker or something.
Yeah.
I thought of like a peacock or a pheasant or something like that First time I saw it too. But I do like this
Power of
symbolism.
abstract shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my space scientist friends, when they aren't involved in gaming and they saw it on my screen, like, whoa, what's that? I kind of want that. That just looks rad.
All right. Nice. And of course we got t-shirts and stuff with it too. I'm not saying you should shift attention away from what you're doing and put up the merch. But if you go to the store link again, here, I think I still have it loaded. Yeah, if you go to the store link and then scroll down, you'll see the merchandise down below. I think we just had a small earthquake here and the dog started barking. Hopefully you didn't hear it over the mic. Okay, we're fine. Who cares?
I think the shop also has a flowery shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It has a new Aloha Hawaiian shirt. Although, if you look closely, you'll realize it's kind of a trick because in between all the hibiscus flowers, there are actually little drawings of a certain space otter that snuck behind the computer in the wall at the TPL headquarters in the most recent lore story. Yeah, so they've named him Charlie at this point, and he's sort of turned into a TPL semi-mascot. But yeah, he's sneaking in there in between the flowers on that shirt, if you look closely.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, part of the fun there. I like the layout you did, Thomas, on the screen. Okay. Oh, that's the shirt. Charlie Galactic Getaway shirt. Voodoo always picks cool names for these things. I like it. Okay. Yeah, some of you are in playing the game right now while you're also listening to the stream, and thank you to those people. Some of you need to win one of them so you can go in there and join them. And I do want to see if thank you, Megatroid. See if it was at Rush, if Rush found the email he needed in his stuff. If not, we can try resending it to you quietly while we're doing the show here. So let's how many more minutes? Are we ready to see who won?
We are ready. Yep.
Okay, go for it. Let's see who won the patch.
Not yet, Rush.
Corbin Reynolds. Congratulations. Type exclamation claim, please. Yay! Okay. So what will happen is Thomas is going to reach out to you with the company account. He's playing as Playstars Reach in the Twitch thing because he's got running the stream. He'll ask you for your IRL name and address so he can pass it to finance, and Magic will send you the patch. And thank you and congratulations. All right, great. And then once that has stabilized, we can jump into showing behind the scenes on recording content and getting it ready in production, etc. Any questions about the game while we're processing that in the background? Or I assume you guys all know that we have an official Discord, that the playtest schedule is posted at the top of the Discord, and that it's going to convert to your time zone automatically if you go look at it at each playtest. And you can see when the servers are open or closed. We can't yet have them up all the time. Thank you. We aren't yet good enough prepared enough on the back end to just leave the servers up all the time. But we're getting very close. We're doing longer and longer tests and stuff, and it's going well. What systems are next before 24/7? I don't actually know. But
That's going to be one of the subjects we talk about next week, right? About what we feel should be in the game before 24/7.
Yeah. I know one of the systems is a queue to wait to get into the game in case this somehow blows up on Steam where we have no control and we can't limit numbers in any way. So if it happens to go viral on Steam or something and a lot of people pile in and the servers can't spin up fast enough, we need to have a queue ready to ask people to wait until we can add them on. So that's coming, but that's not a very fun one to tell you about. That's like an emergency escape valve. But, you got to have some of this stuff to be a professional. Rod says the main focus is cleaning up our core loops and making a player economy. Thanks, Rod.
Would player-made missions be a part of that? I imagine that's a big part of a gameplay loop now that we've got currency.
That won't be ready that won't be ready in the next 2 weeks. I don't know when that will come, but it's not in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
But it's absolutely on the plan. Yeah.
Next 2 weeks, you say?
Yeah, I mean, I can see visibility into what's going on in the sprint that we're in at the moment. That part I can see, and I don't see that being worked on. Bork the Builder. Jeez,
That's what I heard
built a
too.
lot on that one.
Yeah, I heard in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Can't believe we're
Cygnus gets
releasing in
gamer
2 weeks.
ears. All right. Okay, so how are you doing, Thomas? Are you ready to show some video stuff?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. So the StarSwitch application I'm using right now is not the actual StarSwitch application or game that you guys usually play. It has some magic in it that I can use to record videos. And developers have access to this build to also test out new updates or to try out internal servers to check if new implementation work correctly. But today I'm going to show you one specific tool, which maybe I'm wrong, but the name should be Debug Essential, or is a version of it. Basically, by pressing, in my case, F6, which is not something available to players, I can customize the whole game. Not only I can make things disappear or appear, but I can change the time, the weather, and so on. Now, Rod said that he will come here to Italy to slap me if I touch that. I can only use the camera. Just kidding. No, yeah. So because I'm playing on a public server, so with you guys, I cannot touch the environment. Else I'll mess up the servers and the timing, because the servers run with a specific time settings, we can call it. I don't know the specific term, but if, for example, I start an event like a boss event, I'm gonna mess up the whole system behind. So it's better if I don't do that. What I can do, and it's what I always do when recording videos, is to set up the camera. Probably, I don't know if players have access to this already, but you should be able, correct me if I'm wrong, Rod or Rick, to disable the HUD by pressing F4.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And you can also hide your mouse by pressing Control-O.
Correct. So these are the two things that I usually do, but it's not enough. Indeed, you can only play around like this. you can now detach the camera from your avatar. Let's call it avatar. As you can probably see, I also disabled the what's the name in English, filigrana, in the top right, reporting the build number of the game version.
Yeah, game version.
That's
text
we like
watermark.
it there.
Yeah, the watermark. Yeah, correct. As you can see, I can enable and disable it. So everything you see here that now I'm not going to show it, but you can disable and enable basically everything more or less. In the camera settings, what I usually do is to customize the way I control the camera. So all the settings here allow me to modify the speed of the camera, how I rotate, how I zoom in, zoom out, the FOV, and so on. I'll do a quick example now so that you guys can actually see the final result. It's quite tricky. This is the first version that we did very quickly because the dev team is busy with other tasks, clearly. But there we have it. So I can detach the camera and do everything I want, which sounds, simple and basic, but the cinematic views you can take are a lot. And well, I think they are quite pretty, to be honest. You can even go close to subjects and record them while they do their things. For example, if now you guys join me here, I don't know what planet is this one, but I can see and record you.
The acceleration on the movement and the FOV does so much for the video.
That is a good question, Last Ditch.
What did he say? Is it
Is it
safe
safe
to
to
presume
presume-
some of these tools will be integrated into the journalist profession? That's part of the vision RAF has for that, but we haven't worked enough on that profession yet to be able to really speak to it. Can we delay that question till the future?
There has been talk about camera drones, which would detach from the player. And you can probably assume that they would work something kind of akin to this, maybe?
Because it's trying to do it's trying to solve some of the same problems, to give someone who's streaming or creating a video the ability to film from a better angle than what your character could see.
Nice.
Yeah, being a content creator, having control of things like this really helps up to be able to set up things like, when I'm needing to do thumbnails. I want to get a precise shot of what I'm needing and trying to get that without my character being in the way or getting the right angle of my character and being in the right spot of the camera is very important. Because just having it locked onto the character and the character being a little bit to the left makes it harder to get the right thumbnail design or any other aspects of the video I'm wanting to sort of point out.
Now, one thing we're worried about is at some point in the future, when the game supports PvP, we can't have it that a camera drone gives a character an unfair advantage in PvP because they can say detach it and go scout an enemy base or something like that. So there's a lot of work to balance these features before we roll them out for players, or we have to make them not function in parts of the game where PvP functions, for example, or something like that, because the game has to be fair before anything else. So keep in mind, this needs development work and testing and probably player testing before we can really do it.
Gosh, that looks great.
It does. And it will look even better soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah,
is
we need to do more camera work in
Yeah.
general on the game,
So right now,
especially inside of a building.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, right now I'm like showing 16:9, but when we record, we use the full widescreen, which is something like the monitor I have behind me there. It's a 21:9, which is the one used for trailers. Usually, like many companies, what do wrong is to take like a 4K video and then add 2 lines, bottom and top. But you are wasting something like almost 25% of your full resolution. And the game is loading extra bit on top and bottom. So while you stretch that with a widescreen, you're going to compensate and use the full rendering on a wider scale without losing too much quality and without adding in post-effect black lines, which are also going to slow down the rendering at the end of the video. So the trailer you guys are going to see will be, I think, unless things change, but 21:9. It's like cinema, like when you go to the cinema watching a movie, it's 21:9. It's not 16:9 like usual monitors. Also, phones are probably 20:9, close to 21:9. And yeah, so I hope one day the world will convert into this wide, even if not too many like it. But when editing and working, I guess this is the optimal resolution. Also when editing videos.
I am a proud 21:9 user, and I agree.
There we go.
Yep.
I can
It's
even
so nice.
Let's see. If I do something like this. Yeah. Okay, just as an example, like this is one of the latest vlogs that I edited with Ruff, but editing in wide is super nice. You don't have half or almost half of the usual space. And this is a simple vlog, but you can only imagine that for the trailer there'll be way more many tracks than what you're seeing here, because one of them will be music, another one will be, well, many more will be audio effects and audio compensation, because sometimes when we record for the trailer we don't record the audio, or if we record it we are talking over it, so we need to then replace all the shots of the guns every time we walk, fly, use emotes, explosion for monsters. So there'll be also some audio work that needs to be done behind the scenes. It's not just, recording and putting things together and cutting out frames that we don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I can see here also that the extra horizontal space gives you a much bigger part of the timeline, and also gives you more space up top for an extra pane or two while you work, so you don't have to switch around.
This is good.
Oh, yeah. Everyone should switch.
Professional advice.
Yeah.
A previous game I worked on at another company, they made a version of the client that would let you control the camera better and set up NPCs to fly by for you and things like that. And they weren't able to balance it to be fair for players, so they went a different path, and they just only let the devs use it, or a very, very small number of players that had proven themselves to make content and not use the advantages in game. So they just use personal knowledge of particular players and told them, don't use the Jessica client unless you're making a video, and don't disturb anything the players are doing, and be fair. Use the regular client whenever you're playing the game. And they just did it that way. Hopefully we can balance it better than they did.
Well, and that's
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the interesting thing is because this is an online game, a lot of people are probably thinking, well, why don't you do like what No Man's Sky does and do like a photo mode? The problem is in No Man's Sky, when you go into photo mode, it's pausing the entire game. And because this is an MMO, you can't pause that entire game for everyone just for you to take a photo.
Nope.
And to be able to adjust lighting and stuff like that. And so, being able to do the slight little things you can do here is nice. And like Cornelius was saying, it's that whole entire balance aspect.
Symbiotes has a point. Yeah.
Oh.
Just yell "stand still," everyone, real loud, and make your phone up.
If that only worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I think one fun lever that we have in this game as well, you, Playable Worlds, have to balance here is that for a player, these will be actual skills, and you will need to have tools to use them. So by turning them on and learning them, you are actively like choosing away something else. So you lower your active like combat efficiency by learning how to fly drones. And you lower your versatility in combat otherwise by choosing to use them actively. So that is,
Yeah.
I think that helps a lot over just giving, camera controls away for free to everyone.
Except for one part that you said. It's not you, Playable Worlds. We, Playable Worlds. Stars Reach belongs to all of us, not just the devs.
Thank you. But
yeah, thank you.
However much I want to, Rod doesn't let me pull those levers to balance things.
Not yet. Not yet. He doesn't. We have to get him drunk first. Just kidding. I don't even think Rod drinks, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember him having a beer when I was with you guys in San Diego.
No.
Does
I
he
don't
like
remember ever
kombucha?
seeing him do it. I don't know.
I've got
I
a
don't know.
question for Thomas.
Go ahead.
Maybe this is a dumb question, but so when you're managing this much raw footage, do you have a system to keep it all organized? And do you just have like a giant pile of full hard
No.
drives that you have to cycle through, or?
So I think I have some sort of, my friends say, illness. Like, I love to keep things organized in a way that I have a solution for any problem that could happen in terms of, well, computer systems. So in my machine, I have a total of 3 main hard drives that they talk together, but they are all, OCD, they are all divided. That say what I usually do and what I suggest everybody to do is to have inside your computer 3 disks. One is for operating system C and programs. The second one is for data. The third one is for games. By doing so, if you have the correct motherboard, you can divide the BIOS bus so that the CPU won't clog up when recording. And that in terms of performance. But for organizing, I have, I guess, 2 more SSDs. So for a total of 5 of 2 terabytes, 2 terabytes each, where I save footage and where I create backups. And when recording, I also divide all the recordings by day, location, and every single file has a name that specifies what is happening in that footage. And if there are like 10 different clips recording the same action, but from different angle, I usually number them in terms of which one is better, or I add to the name good shot or bad shot, random shot, to identify very quickly which shot is what. I hope I explained enough. It's quite hard to explain. I should show that actually.
That would be worth showing.
Uh-huh.
In the meantime, while Thomas is finding that, how do you do it, Control Chaos?
So what I do is I put the date and I put the name of the game on there. Sometimes I'll put other informations like I play Dune Awakening with Draco and Dread at times, and so when I'm playing with them, it will literally say with Draco and Dread, and go that direction. I'm not as detailed. I think I'm gonna use that from Thomas. Is getting more detailed in the shots because there are times where I'm going through a bunch of different ones from a day going, okay, what exact one do I need? Getting more detailed in my description of what that video chunk is about will be more helpful in describing what it's doing. So I'm going to steal that from you, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, again, this changed now that I realize we don't have this planets or servers anymore. So the folders are all wrong again. Yeah, that's a situation. Okay. But yeah, if I open, for example, this space, what was it before? No, this was Gaiamar. Yeah, I have something like, I don't know how many shots of people digging one lake because I was trying to get...
Is that a bit small on screen? Could you zoom in a little bit, maybe?
That's the maximum I can do, like this.
Scusa, we're running out of time.
Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah, I will not show you any of this because maybe some of this will be in the trailer, but that's what I do basically. And then I have backups on my computer here. So everything here communicates. These are not normal disks. Also other computers, like I have one in front of me that creates a backup once every 2 months or something like that. And which is also disconnected from the internet, so no one can actually access those files and delete them. Some security, actually, measurements.
Oh, I have one quick question for Thomas. What program do you use to record what's on your screen, and what program do you use to edit?
So I use NVIDIA Shadowplay function or record function, and what I suggest to do is to audio set it as separate tracks always, so you have desktop and microphone in a different track. And in terms of video, I usually, as I'm recording in 2.5K, which is wide 2K, bitrate 65, and H.264 because of compatibility issues with programs, 60 FPS, 4K. And then when I need to edit, I use Vegas. Not too many are in love with Vegas after Magic's. Basically, yeah, when Sony sold the company to Magic's, actually. But I still like it because it's an all-in-one program. You can do everything that you can do with Premiere, After Effects. It also supports audio tuning, and it communicates with MIDI, like the keyboard that I have here.
Yeah, I use OBS to record, and I do the same thing you do with the audio. As I have separate tracks. I have one track for my mic, one track for the Discord that everyone else is in, and then one track for the game volume. So that way, if something goes wrong with one audio layer, I can do adjustments to that, because I had that happen with the first interview I did with Dave. My mic audio kept on changing in volume, and I had to go in and adjust that. But because I had Dave on another audio track, I didn't have to touch Dave's audio at all, which makes things a lot easier for me. And then for editing purposes, I use DaVinci Resolve, which also does a lot of like what you were talking about. It has some After Effects capabilities, some Premiere capabilities, some audio capabilities, and things like that to play around with. And the reason I like these is, yes, you can pay for them, but they have free versions that do a lot of good things.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Just keep in mind that we have another live stream next Thursday morning, and this one will be a moderators roundtable. We're going to have a bunch of our mods on the channel at the same time, and we're going to ask them questions, and we're going to hear what they think we need to do by 24/7, and get their opinions on things and their wisdom. This will be a good show.
It's going to be a party.
Yep. We'll probably have at least one more tweak patch out to Brave New Worlds. And we're working on our next update after that. Doesn't have a name yet. But I'm excited about this coming week. And thank you guys all for joining us today. Let me see, is there anyone that we might be able to surprise and raid? I'm looking.
Thanks for having us. It's been fun.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much, guys.
This was very fun.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you to Control Chaos that you don't see on screen, but we appreciate you. And we appreciate all the videos you make. Not just the ones on Stars Reach, all of them. They're good. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate the work you guys are doing. I've been very excited for a game like this for a long time. And to see you guys working on something like this, it's taking the dream that I've had of a game I've wanted and putting it to reality. And that's why I'm so passionate about this and wanting to see it succeed.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that I also really like your series, your interview series with devs or employees of Player Worlds, and also players recently. That's really fun.
Yeah. And I'm going to continue to do that because I'm having fun with it.
Nice.
All right. And thank you, Thomas. You're appreciated.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. We're going to see you next time. Thomas and I have to get to a meeting.
Have a good day and happy gaming, I guess. Bye-bye.
10 hours left of the test. Let's go.